Yo, what's up, everybody? This is BTRBs of the Rebel. What needs to be talked about is a huge fight coming up: Ward versus Sergey Kovalev, and you have the two best fighters, in my opinion, pound for pound in the world, going at it. And this is what the sport needs. And this is what we always talk about in the sport of boxing. This is what you have a 50-50 fight. You have a fight that you may think Ward's going to win, but you don't know. You have a fight that you may think Kovalev's going to win, but you don't know. So all of these things that we're talking about right now are thoughts and opinions. It's a very tough fight. It's going to be a tough fight to pick. It might be even a tough fight to score when the fight actually happens. I can see a lot of different ways this fight can go. Many people who talk about Ward does not have no punching power, or should we say knockout power. And to respond to that, I would say he does not have one punch knockout power. He does have power enough to keep fighters off of him. It's the same thing that we were talking about Floyd Mayweather. If you look at fighters like Pernell Whitaker, though very skillful, and a very great defensive fighter, his knockout ratio was very low, even lower than Mayweather. And Mayweather gets considered, they call him pillow punching, and they use all these different words to describe him that people would say is that of a coward, or that of a guy that can't hit hard. So people always got to be understanding, be conscious of errors, be conscious of who you praise, because there's also deficiencies in who you praise. As with everybody, there's plus and minuses with everybody. Ward is right now, he's had 15 fights where he knocked somebody out, 15 fights where he didn't knock somebody out. So that would be 30 wins, 15 losses. On the other hand, you have a guy like Kovalev, who's a knockout guy. He's a knockout artist. And the way I can see this fight going is, I think, in my opinion, Ward must get in. He must at some point try to get in and do his inside game, because Kovalev, in my opinion, with the reach, with the jab, and with the punching power, is going to make it very difficult for Ward. Ward, in my opinion, is a more accurate fighter as far as precision punching is concerned. Mobility is going to be on Ward's side. Ward has to be in tip-top condition because he needs to be on his bicycle. He needs to be able to move. He doesn't have to move like Ali. Doesn't have to shuffle. Doesn't have to move the entire fight. Entire fight. But he does need to control the ring. He needs to move, make subtle adjustments, make little movements, and in my opinion, don't waste energy. And if you've watched fighters throughout history, if you look at like a Sugar Ray Robinson, I cannot remember the guy he fought, but when he moved up to light heavy, and he fought a guy, I'm thinking I don't even want to say his name because I don't want to sound like a jackass, but he moved up and he was winning the fight. And obviously they're dealing with different things that what Ward and Kovalev are going to deal with, because they fought outside that night. But just getting tired, and you have to be able to not waste energy. Any movement that you make, it has to count. Any punch you throw, it has to count for Ward. Ward has to make everything count. In my opinion, Kovalev does not have to make everything count, because he is the harder puncher, because of here's the thing, the size difference. I'm not sure how much of a factor that's going to play into the actual fight, considering that I don't know, people actually don't understand the difference between punching power and then physical power. Like if you watch a Mike Tyson fight, a lot of times Mike gets thrown around the ring a lot of times, but he has punching power. Punching power does not always mean I'm going to maul you. Some fighters have it both, like a George Foreman. George Foreman has physical strength. He is usually the physically more powerful fighter, and he's usually the harder puncher. In the case of Ward, I think that he's not going to get bullied in this ring, but he does have to be conscious of Kovalev's punching power. So this could be a tough fight. I'm saving my predictions, man. I'm really not leaning too much either way as of right now. I think that both fighters have a 50-50 chance of getting this fight done. And just let me know what you guys think, who you guys got, man, and how excited are you for this fight, man, because this is what boxing needs. Everyone keeps saying MMA's taking over, man. I don't think it's taking over. I do think it's on the rise. People have been saying that for 10 years. MMA, in my opinion, it is MMA. You can like boxing and you can like MMA at the same time. One really has nothing to do with the other, although they're always going to be synonymous with each other because of the way people love comparing and contrasting, and the way people love promoting and hurting one brand over the other, but you know, it is what it is. Let me guys know what you think.